Have you noticed our skies featuring all the bizarre stuff lately? Crafts flying over our heads? Inexplicable portals opening up?
They found it. Look at that.
And what Cern just recently revealed will leave you shocked.
You're not targeting or going after them, so to speak. Is there a methodology and reason why?
Well, right now we just want to identify what it is.
So let's take a look at clips that will change everything you thought you knew.
That's a UFO for sure.
This is the 12th drone that has come by from the same spot. There it is.
Until now, they had appeared as small airplanes, orbs, and drones. But this time, things had changed. The latest sightings in New Jersey showed something different. Typical UFO shapes, with 3 lights illuminating the bottom. The sightings had been happening regularly between 5 o'clock and 11 o'clock p.m., with up to 180 reports each day. It had gotten so concerning that state officials had called for federal intervention. If UFOs are showing up this often, maybe it's time we start thinking differently about what's really going on around us.
They're just pacing back and forth, going very slow.
Cemetery UFO mystery.
What the is this? Why are they over a cemetery?
This incident will make you believe that authorities know more than they're letting on. Late one night, a man living near a cemetery witnessed something he couldn't explain. A UFO hovered above, casting a beam of light over the graves as if it were searching for something. As he filmed, the craft began to shift. Its shape grew larger, transforming into a complete circle. It was shining brightly like a moon, and soon before leaving the site, it turned into a vessel with 3 glowing lights at the bottom. It was clear this wasn't a random sighting. It felt like a mission. What could be so special about that cemetery? The event left onlookers in shock.
Oh my God, the cops are down there saying, go back to your house, bro.
Flickering orb in LA. A video has gone viral showing a phenomenon never seen before. At first, it seemed like just another night sky with stars. But then, in the middle of them, an odd orb appeared. It flickered at first, barely noticeable. Slowly, it began to shine brighter, casting light over the parking lot below. It looked as if it was gathering strength, illuminating the entire area. People started to wonder, what could this orb be? Was it scanning the area? Tom's River drones.
Targeting or going after them, so to speak.
Well, right now we just want to identify what it is.
Authorities in Tom's River, New Jersey, are now investigating a strange wave of drone sightings that has everyone on edge. Using their own drones, they managed to capture footage of a large 4-foot drone with a fixed-wing design. The problem? No one knows where these drones are coming from, or more importantly, where they're going. They've been spotted hovering in the sky, but no one has seen them take off or land. The size of these drones has raised serious national security concerns. Military officials have even warned that they could carry heavy payloads, possibly for surveillance. The FBI has set up a tip line for reports, but even they seem uncertain about what's really going on.
They're 2 feet bigger than our drones, or 2 times the size rather, so they're about 4 feet.
Battle chaos. It was a peaceful night until the sky over New Jersey became the stage for something unexplainable. Locals looked up, shocked, as an intense UFO battle unfolded above them. One moment, the crafts were hovering. Then, in the blink of an eye, they vanished into smoke. Were they being targeted? Maybe by the military? The strange thing was that those hovering above the people remained untouched, almost like they were avoiding harm. It was as if the military chose not to engage for the safety of everyone below. Could this be proof of extraterrestrial life? The footage that surfaced after has caused a stir, with UFO enthusiasts and skeptics arguing over what really happened that night. Elusive night drones.
Today, the mystery continues in New Jersey about dozens of drones hovering over homes and...
Odd events had been happening in New Jersey. Mysterious drones, some as large as 6 feet wide, had been appearing out of nowhere, flying under the radar, literally. They had avoided traditional detection methods like helicopters and radio signals. Locals had noticed that these drones often flew with their lights off, and they didn't seem like the kind of thing operated by hobbyists. The sightings had started the previous month and stretched all the way from New York City to Pennsylvania. Their size and strange behavior had made people wonder, what were they really after? Some had thought they might be looking for nuclear weapons. Others had started to wonder if aliens are getting ready to invade.
I look to my left and I see two big drones. They were propeller driven.
Vanishing craft. A local spotted a strange flying object hovering over a residential building. It wasn't a plane or a bird. They were moving at an incredible speed. What really caught the witnesses' attention was how they vanished so quickly from sight. As the video made its way across the internet, people began offering different theories. Some said it was just turret fire from military training, while others believed the sudden disappearance hinted at UFOs entering a portal. After all, they might have the technology to move at that speed. Drone intrusion puzzle.
People in New Jersey are concerned and demanding information after a wave of mysterious drone sightings.
Another strange event happened in New Jersey recently, and it's got everyone talking. Drones appeared in the sky, gliding silently through the night. But it wasn't just their sudden appearance that made everyone uneasy. It was their erratic movements. Surprisingly, they were spotted near sensitive sites made for the U.S. military. Local lawmakers have made it clear one of these drones must be intercepted to understand who or what is controlling them. The site left officials scrambling, unsure of who was behind it. The mystery grows with each sighting. Some say it was aliens watching us, others suspect it was a foreign threat.
This is over my house, right now. What is that?
Fleet mystery. At first, they were spotted over secretive military zones, places where no one expected to see anything unusual. But now, they appeared over a residential area. A local looked up and saw a large number of odd objects moving across the sky, following some sort of pattern. They were high but clearly visible from below, forming a line with a few trailing behind. Maybe they were just migrating birds, or maybe it was a fleet of UFOs flying over the city. Either way, it left people wondering what it all meant. Orb helicopter chase. It wasn't a scene from War of the Worlds, but in Riverview, Florida, it sure felt like it. Residents watched with curiosity as two brightly lit orbs, maybe drones, floated high above. But then, things took a strange turn. A military helicopter appeared, tailing the orbs. It almost looked like it was chasing UFOs. What made it even more unsettling was the fact that nobody knew for sure whether these were UFOs or just military drones being tested. The military's involvement had everyone wondering, were they tracking something far beyond our understanding or simply gathering information? Blue energy beams. A video from the Middle East has set the internet buzzing. It shows a sky filled with glowing blue beams, similar to the ones spotted in New Orleans. This time, though, the beams are led by a much bigger, brighter orb. It looked like a cluster of fireballs followed by beams that streaked across the sky, leaving witnesses alarmed. Could they be UFOs? Or something even more mysterious? Energy beams from another world? With so many questions left unanswered, UFO investigators are now being called in to uncover the truth. Low-flying craft.
This one is extremely low. It's loud.
The FAA had already put temporary flight restrictions in place over New Jersey, near a military base, and now we know why. Locals witnessed a craft flying low and making a loud noise. At first, they thought it was an aircraft, but flying that low, it seemed impossible. Some believed it was a fixed-wing aircraft, but for others, it even looked like a spaceship. It couldn't have been a drone as it stayed in the air for over an hour. A witness who saw the whole thing swore it was heading straight for the military base. A few even started wondering if this was a secret meeting, maybe with aliens. It raised all kinds of questions, especially about what the military might be keeping hidden from us.
It looks like a spaceship, right? Like, that doesn't look like a drone, right?
Tadpole-shaped lights. It seems like there might be a connection between the sun setting and these odd lights. This particular sighting happened just as the sun was going down. A driver on the road saw something unusual in the sky. Strange lights, but not just any lights. These were shaped like tadpoles. There were 3 of them, moving smoothly through the sky, almost as if they were dancing. It's hard to ignore that in 2018, someone aboard a passenger plane also saw something very similar. From the ground, it may have looked one way, but from above, it was a completely different view. Could UFOs really be changing shapes to keep us guessing? Liverpool Lightcraft.
It's fucking so... It's that close. That's defo UFO, man.
Liverpool, England had its own strange encounter recently. A local saw a light hovering above a building. At first, he thought it was just a regular light, but the longer he stared, the more he realized something was off. The way it moved wasn't like any plane or helicopter. It didn't take long for him to figure out it was a craft. Its shape was unusual, not like anything you'd expect to see in the sky. Maybe it was keeping an eye on the people below, quietly observing. Whatever it was, it left him wondering what could be flying over Liverpool.
Mark! Look at you.
Flickering light. A similar strange phenomenon occurred in the skies of Australia. A disc-shaped object was seen emitting light below, but this time, it was flickering. One moment it was there, and the next, it disappeared. Some believed it could have an extraterrestrial origin. Maybe it was trying to hide, using the lightning as cover. Or perhaps the lightning was a sign that it struggled to enter Earth from a portal. Whatever the case, it left everyone wondering what was really happening in the skies that night. Beam of light. A man was recording from a park when something strange grabbed his attention. Above him, a large object hovered silently in the sky. It was sending out a powerful beam of light, moving in odd patterns, almost like it was scanning the area. He couldn't look away and just watched from a hiding spot. This was unlike anything he'd ever seen before. The object carried on with its strange mission, leaving him with a memory that would haunt him, one he'd never forget. Green orb mothership. Get ready, as this one is wild. A local resident in New Jersey managed to capture footage of a massive green orb hovering silently in the sky. But what followed was even more surprising. The orb released smaller, glowing red orbs, which scattered across the sky in perfect coordination. Witnesses stood frozen, unable to look away. Theories about its origin spread like wildfire. Was this a mothership? Something far beyond human technology? Experts analyzed the footage, calling it the most convincing evidence of extraterrestrial activity we'd ever had. And still, officials said nothing. It left people wondering, could this have been the first real proof of aliens? Maybe they had been watching us with tech we couldn't even begin to understand. Cloud ring mystery. In Kuala Lumpur, locals gathered to witness something unusual on a full moon night. It wasn't the moon itself that caught their eye, but the cloud ring beneath it. Some believed it could be a UFO, disguised as a cloud, like we've seen in similar sightings before. People couldn't stop talking about it online. Some thought it was an alien craft hiding up there, while others said it was just a lenticular cloud formed by the moon's light. A beautiful but ordinary sight. Hidden orbs formation.
And it's a perfect circle with the lights around it.
During a simple family shopping trip, an unexpected phenomenon caught their attention. As they headed to the parking lot, they noticed orbs perfectly aligned in a circular formation, hidden just behind the clouds. It was as if a single craft was hovering above, using the clouds as a cover to avoid detection. The sight left them frozen in place. Not long after, a local from his apartment window witnessed another strange event. In the cloudy sky, several blue lights appeared, also in a circular formation, spinning slowly. Then they began to contract, merging into a single, glowing orb before disappearing. Was it multiple crafts performing some kind of aerial display, or could it have been just lights? Cloud light phenomenon. The strange sightings continued to pile up, and this time it was spotted from a moving car. A driver, traveling down a lonely highway, noticed something odd in the sky. A cloud was slowly drifting across, and from it, a light began to shine down. Some thought it might have been a high-flying aircraft hidden inside the cloud, while others wondered if it was a new kind of natural phenomenon, maybe some weird atmospheric anomaly. Whatever it was, it had people talking, staring up at the sky, and trying to figure it out. Maybe in time, we'll learn what it was all about. Light beam. Hiking in the mountains? Sounds fun. But this hiker's experience was anything but ordinary. As they walked, a cloud above sent down a sharp, straight beam of light, as if it were fetching something. The cloud hid whatever was causing it, and it certainly wasn't a plane. Planes don't fly that close to mountains. It almost looked like the cloud wanted to land, or maybe the mountain was a secret portal to space. Whatever it was, it certainly seemed to have come from outer space. So, next time you're near mountains, keep your eyes open. You never know what you might see. Unexplained phenomenon.
Come on, Max, you see that? They found it.
On 28th of December, 2024, East Jackson, Mississippi became the center of a strange phenomenon that left many puzzled. During a live stream, an orb appeared in the sky, shining brightly. At first, people thought it might be the moon. But before anyone could make sense of it, the orbs started to move. Then, more orbs followed, forming a line. As they moved together, one by one, they began to vanish. What could it have been? Some wondered if it was just a weather phenomenon, but others speculated it was UFOs entering Earth through a portal, only to leave through another. Maybe they needed to pass through Earth first to travel to another part of the universe.
Did you see that?
Yeah.
UFO in Palmdale.
Bro, what the What?
A man was driving down a quiet road when an unusual sight suddenly made him stop in his tracks. There was a line of lights attached to a craft, hovering in the sky. Then, it slowly began to descend, disappearing from view. But just before it vanished completely, a small orb followed it, floating through the night. Later, hundreds of people in Palmdale and Lancaster, California, claimed to have witnessed a similar UFO sighting. When the man heard the news, he wondered, could what he saw so close to him have been a UFO?
What? Why isn't my phone focusing? What is happening right now?
Fish-shaped mystery.
Oh, whoa. What is that?
New Jersey was already dealing with some weird stuff in December 2024, right? First, it was those strange drones. But then, something totally wild happened. People spotted a flying object that looked like a fish. Yeah, you heard that right, like a fish. It was flickering lights and even disappeared for a second, only to show up again. Now, a lot of people started wondering if it was a UFO trying to hide in plain sight. Maybe it was using a portal or blending into our world by taking the shape of something we recognize.
Okay, that's weird.
Blob-shaped object. Let's move beyond the typical saucer-shaped UFOs. This sighting was something entirely different. While driving down a quiet road, a man noticed a blob-shaped object hanging motionless in the air. Unlike typical UFOs, this one wasn't flying. It had a shadowy appearance that felt both strange and otherworldly. Some believe it could be a piece of alien technology, possibly sent to collect secret information about Earth, disguised as a cloud. Tadpole or rocket?
There's two of them flying next to each other. Oh my god, you guys.
A strange anomaly appeared in the sky, drawing a crowd of curious onlookers. As the sun began to set, an orb appeared, followed by a line that together looked like a tadpole floating in the air. It slowly descended, then vanished, only to reappear moments later. But this time, it was ascending. Rockets don't move like that. It was something else. It seemed to glide smoothly through the sky, almost effortlessly. Some people whispered that it could be a spacecraft, maybe a training exercise. But what if it was aliens, using our skies to learn?
Paranormal caught on camera.
Paused cloud phenomenon. Locals in Russia stumbled upon a strange sight. They saw a cloud that appeared to be descending, but stopped mid-air. The lower part was shaped like a circle, with tilted smoke trailing behind, but it didn't move. It just hung there, frozen in time. Some believed it could be a meteor that somehow stopped mid-flight, or maybe even a fireball. But a few were sure it had an extraterrestrial origin, a spaceship hiding inside. They believed it wasn't just a natural phenomenon, but aliens observing the world below. Mysterious light line. A lady watched in disbelief as strange lights appeared over her residential area. They were lined up in a perfect row and moved smoothly from one side to the other, changing positions for a long time. She managed to capture just a brief video of the strange sight. Then, rumors began to spread. People said the police showed up and told everyone in the neighborhood to go inside. Why did the police act so fast? Why were they so concerned? The sight left everyone shaken. Norwegian spiral light. On December 9th, 2009, just before sunrise, a strange light appeared in the northern skies of Norway. At first, it seemed like a glowing beam, typical of the northern lights. But this wasn't ordinary. The beam started spinning, twisting into a perfect spiral that grew bigger and more intense by the second. Then, as if it wasn't strange enough, the spiral seemed to get swallowed by a black hole, disappearing into the dark. News networks around the world caught on, but no one could explain what caused this mysterious light show. Some speculated a failed Russian rocket test, but the truth? Well, that remains a mystery to this day. Orange glow. We have seen them disguised as clouds. Now let's go back to when they appeared in their usual form. A guy from his rooftop saw an orange glow in the sky over Norway at midnight. There were multiple lights, clearly revealing a craft hovering. At this time, it couldn't be a drone, and it wasn't an airplane either. With so many sightings over residential areas, it seems they have an interest in our lifestyle, quietly observing us from above. Horizontal orb sighting. A video from Dos Palos quickly caught attention, showing something strange in the sky. A horizontal object hovered silently, its shape resembling an orb, with something supporting it underneath. Some even compared it to a walking stick, though it wasn't moving. It just hung there still. No one knew what it was, or what it was doing there. But one thing was certain, whatever it wasn't something you see every day. Orb and light show. Stargazers were in for a surprise when they spotted an unusual sight in the sky. An odd orb, followed by a beam of light, began to ascend. At first it looked like a rocket, but then something strange happened. The beam transformed into a beautiful swirl of multicolored smoke, leaving the onlookers mesmerized. Just as they were trying to make sense of it, the smoke faded, and the orb was back, glowing even brighter than before. It didn't stick around long, though. It vanished out of sight, leaving everyone wondering what they had just witnessed. Hovering UFO. Amid the growing number of UFO sightings, one driver managed to capture something truly unbelievable on video. A metallic UFO hanging still in the sky. Unlike the usual sightings, this one wasn't moving. It just hovered there, almost like it was doing it on purpose. Or maybe it had malfunctioned mid-flight. The lights on its side were clearly visible in the dark sky, suggesting its engine was still running. But why was it there? Was it waiting for something? Or was it observing us? Mysterious light parade. Have you ever seen a sky filled with glowing beams? That's exactly what happened one night in the southern states, above New Orleans. A woman was in her garden when she noticed hundreds of bright lights moving in a perfect line, like some kind of parade. The first light had a round, glowing spot, leading the rest. The sight was unsettling, especially with all the strange drone sightings happening in New Jersey and beyond. Now, experts say they have an explanation. The spectacular light show? It was a derelict Chinese satellite burning up as it re-entered Earth's atmosphere. It entered New Orleans, lighting up the sky in a way that made people question what they had just witnessed. Flying saucer in LA. A tourist in LA was just trying to get a nice city view from his hotel balcony, but instead, he captured something incredible. While flying his drone, he spotted a massive saucer slowly gliding above the city. It wasn't like the ones you see in movies. It looked more like a car. It moved steadily like it was searching for something or someone. He tried to follow it with his drone, but then, out of nowhere, it turned around and headed back. It kept going, leaving him with a story he'd tell for years. Was it a car from the future? Or was it a visit from something extraterrestrial? Who knows? Spinning UFO. About 10,000 feet above Hungary, a strange event unfolded in the sky. People looked up and saw an odd-shaped craft with lights glowing brightly. But it wasn't just hovering. It started spinning in circles. One guy tried to record it, but just as he zoomed in, his phone lost control. It was like something was messing with it, making him unable to keep filming. The sight left people wondering, how much power do these mysterious objects have over our technology? Some couldn't shake the thought that it might have been a spaceship from another world. Drone mothership sighting. Just when it seemed like the strange sightings had reached their peak, something even more bizarre unfolded in New Jersey. People looked up, stunned, as a drone mothership hovered silently over a residential area, scanning the space below. It wasn't doing anything, just hovering, as though searching for something, or maybe looking for lost partners. Some wondered if it could be an alien ship, watching Earth. The sight left everyone talking, with more and more people asking if aliens might really be keeping an eye on us. Disc-shaped craft. Authorities started investigating after locals reported seeing a strange craft in the sky. A family was the first to spot it, a disc-shaped flying saucer with 3 lights beneath it, gliding silently across the sky. It didn't try to hide, it just moved as if it had nothing to fear. Could they be so advanced that they didn't care if they were seen? Maybe we're not even worth hiding from. What if we're just a tiny blip on their radar, unnoticed and unimportant? Purple UFO sighting. For the past 4 years, UFO sightings have been reported in different places, and New Jersey has become one of the spots. One local saw a strange light hovering above a residential building. At first, it seemed like any ordinary light in the sky. But as he stared, something felt off. The light was a strange purple color. Soon he realized it wasn't just an ordinary object. It seemed like a craft. But the shape? It was too irregular to be a plane or a helicopter. Many linked it to an advanced technology craft spying on us. Triangular drone. A guy went out for a walk late at night in Neptune, New Jersey, not expecting much. But then, a strange sound filled the air. When he looked up, he couldn't believe it. A triangular-shaped drone was flying way too close to a house. At first, he thought it was a plane, but planes don't fly that low. He'd heard about those weird sightings before, drones showing up late at night, near places they probably shouldn't be. Now, seeing one with his own eyes, he understood why the sightings had sparked so many conspiracy theories. It didn't seem like anything humans could create. Bouncing orbs. On December 8, 2024, a quiet farmhouse became the center of a mystery. Its surveillance camera captured what no one was supposed to see. Two glowing orbs appeared, one trailing behind the other. The larger orb seemed to bounce as if it had gently collided with the ground. Then, just like that, both vanished from sight. Crafts don't bounce like that. This wasn't a bug either. It was too big, and its movements were far from normal. They seemed abrupt, almost intentional. As the footage went viral, it created a wave of speculation. Some claimed it was proof that countless universes exist, filled with beings vastly different from us. It felt like we were merely scratching the surface of a much bigger cosmic mystery. Silent sky object. In Mexico, residents stared up at the sky, caught off guard by a strange sight. An object appeared, unlike anything anyone had seen before. It hovered silently, glowing softly. No one could explain what it was. Some whispered it was an alien UFO, with flashing lights and a shape that defied explanation. A few joked it looked like Iron Man, but there was no denying the mystery. Are UFOs becoming less surprising? Maybe the unbelievable is slowly becoming part of our everyday lives, something we can't ignore, but also can't fully understand. Pyramid-shaped UFO. In Geneva, Switzerland, a man captured something that left many people questioning what they saw. A bright light appeared in the sky, shaped like a pyramid. But then, something unexpected happened. The entire sky turned green, along with the light. Was this just a coincidence? Or was the green color hiding something? After all, green is known to blend well with nature, making things harder to spot. Could this pyramid-shaped light be part of something bigger, or was it trying to keep itself hidden? Hiding in clouds. Are they purposely choosing residential areas to show up? A resident from his apartment noticed a strange sight in the sky. At first, it looked like just a cloud, but something was off. It seemed to be hiding a light inside. The cloud didn't seem to be passing by like usual. It moved deliberately, almost as if it was bouncing from one point to another. Was the light hidden in the cloud a UFO, silently hovering over a residential area at night? Shining white cloud. On a cloudy day, the sky put on a unique show. A white cloud caught the attention of locals. It was bright and stood out from the dark clouds around it. People watched closely as they noticed it had a shape inside that they had never seen before. It disappeared quickly, leaving everyone wondering, could it have been aliens visiting? The strange sight left everyone talking, thinking maybe the sky was hiding something from another world. Now it's time for today's open discussion. It was midnight when a guy noticed that the sky looked brighter than usual. As he looked outside from his apartment window, he was shocked. There were 4 lights coming out of the clouds in the night sky. The lights were arranged in a perfect line, almost like they were placed there on purpose. The sight left him buzzing with disbelief, a reminder that the skies are still home to mysteries we can't explain. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like it and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.